Hey, welcome to the Part-Time Players Podcast, episode 36. This is a casual gaming podcast where 4 pals discuss the week's video game news. As always, my name is Reese Lagden, and I am joined by the DJ, Bradley Seeley.
Hello.
Well, that was
that's underwhelming.
That was very underwhelming. Like you're blowing in the bar too low, Brad.
Yeah,
like,
I know. Yeah,
you've gone from annoying people to like depressing people.
Well,
like,
this is real world, real problems.
Real problems. Christ. Yeah. And then we're going on to this guy, Ash Seeley.
This guy. How are we doing? I'm good.
We're good. We're good. And obviously, last but not least, we've got our guardian, Bradley Moore. Hey, Brad.
Hey.
Hey. This is really bad for the audio listeners. They can't see this, and they're just thinking, is it still playing? We don't know. Anyway, our podcast post on Mondays on YouTube and obviously podcast platforms. So please like and subscribe to the podcast. We would really, really appreciate it. Anyway, on to the show.
I think what it is, last time we recorded was a Friday evening. We was all like, yeah, it's Friday.
Buzzing.
Friday feeling, drinking. And now it's like Sunday afternoon. We're just like, oh, yes. Yeah,
usual time, slightly later than usual, but you know.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it is. I think we need to start recording on a Friday evening when we're all pissed. That's what I think that's.
Yeah, I feel like it was chaos though. Was it not chaos last time?
Yeah, but
it's good.
It's fun chaos.
I'm drinking.
Oh, Brad's drinking. Well, Brad's drinking.
Brad's always drinking. Brad's got a problem.
Let's talk about that. Let's forget about cancer.
I don't want
to. How's everybody's week been anyway?
It's been a while. Good. Same as usual.
Good.
I did get, much to Reese's annoyance, did earn another platinum this week. So, moving away from you there, Reese.
You are. What are you on now? 19?
19. No,
18?
19. No, 19.
18? 18? It's like
19.
There's a few in there that's like questionable, aren't they, really?
Well, the only 2 in there are questionable is, there's 2 in there is questionable, but you have both of them as well. So,
cancels out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Some Mayo game. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we kick off with the news?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who is going first?
I can go first. My one's quite long though, just so you know. Okay, I want everyone to be prepared. This is a long old news story.
I have my tea. Oh, talking about that. Sorry to cut you.
Go on.
What happened to Mug of the Week? What happened to Brad's Mug of the Week, Brad?
Right, He's just got his face, isn't he?
I finished my cup. I finished my cup of tea.
He brings his face into it.
Simpsons.
Is that the Mug of the Week this week? Okay.
Yeah, this is my So.
All right. Yeah. What happened to the jingle? There was a jingle, and it's just the production has gone downhill.
Yeah. No.
Started off right, it's gone shit ass.
Good, yeah. Well, anyway.
Some to everyone.
Right. Okay. So, news of the week. First story. Nintendo Direct. That was something.
Was it something?
I've put here.
It happened.
Blockbuster event packed with several exciting announcements, but I have put that in quotation marks. So there you go. That tells you something. Quick summary. Some good games. You've got Mario Golf. I don't know. Some people are into that apparently. Splatoon.
I like Mario Golf. Well, I like the Wii Golf. Do you remember you had the Wii Golf? I used to like the Wii stuff.
I just don't think adding Mario into it is gonna.
I'm not gonna play it. It's one of the things where I'm like, that looks kind of good. Like the tennis. I bought the Mario tennis, and I was like, I quite liked. I remember Wii Sports tennis. I bought it, and then I just like played it twice, and I was like,
shit.
Yeah. I thought hopefully I've learned my lesson, and I'm not going to buy this.
Probably haven't. We'll buy it. It's Mario. We've got to buy it. We're gamers.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna go through the list now. I'm gonna go, just go through them. A lot of them we probably won't have too much to talk about, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna go through it.
We're gonna try and be upbeat about them though, because we don't want people to think we just call every game shit. So we're gonna.
Maybe I shouldn't read what I've put next to a lot of these games.
Okay.
Well, we'll start off with.
He said he did have a lot of comments, but it was literally just one word next to all of them. Shit.
No,
shit,
some of them are one words, to be fair. But we're going to start off with Splatoon 3. Has anybody ever played any Splatoon games?
Splatoon? No, I have not touched it.
No. This is the problem. This
is a great start. That was how they ended. That's how they ended the conference as well. It was like their big drop, and
I've never heard of it.
It must have been quite big because I remember they brought out a controller for it, and the controller was like blinding.
But it's popular. It's popular.
Controller, yeah. So
it's basically like a. Is it first person, third person shooter? But you're shooting like paint guns.
Yeah,
I think it's third person. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like you can get like team deathmatch, but you've got like paint guns, and the idea is to cover the opponents. I think did it start black and white, and you just paint everywhere. I think So
I thought you had to shoot people. No.
Yeah, I think you do that, but you also like the more people you shoot, like the more colour it in. I think that's what one of them was. Yeah, like the world populates, and then obviously.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's a mode.
Yeah,
there's an ash mode which is just murder everyone.
Yeah, exactly that. That'd cheer me up. So what I've put next to this one is not for me, but I'm sure people will love it. There you go. That's my review.
That is a polite way of putting it. Not for me, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
2022 though. It's 2022 as well, which is
it's a while. It's a while away.
Yeah.
The next one I am actually excited about is The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword remake, which I really enjoyed that first of all, but the graphics were shocking. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember, so you're the only person on this podcast who's actually got any first-hand experience playing it.
Was
that the really, really cartoony one?
No, that I think you're thinking of Wind Waker. This one was cartoony. It went really weird. It went from Twilight Princess, which was really good graphics for the time for that console, and you was like, "Cool, they're really good," to Skyward Sword, and you was like, "What's happened here then? Right. Why is this happening?" But it was good.
The Wii. That's what happened.
The story was really good. Right. So. Yeah.
I remember that being on the show floor at an EGX we went to years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. And the queue was like fucking 4 days long.
Mental. I've never played it, so maybe I'll pick it up on the Switch because like Zelda game, I'm really disappointed that I really thought they was going to do a Wind Waker HD.
But loads of people was asking for this one. Loads of them.
Kind of really wanted the Wind Waker. And again, why didn't they do like a Mario pack? No, like the Mario one they've done. So you got Sunshine and Galaxy and I can't remember what the other one was. Do a pack. It's Zelda's 35th
they love that
anniversary today.
Love that money, mate.
64 was the other one.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's 64 and 64. Oh yeah, that's the reason why they didn't do a pack. Yeah, because they know they can just charge full price for that one game, and then they'll bring Wind Waker out. So, that might sound a bit.
It was really good. The story was good. It tells you how the Master Sword come about. So that's interesting.
Is it a remake? Because it didn't look that great. Like the images they showed of it, like the trailer we saw, it kind of looks.
Yeah, I think the way they're saying it's Skyward Sword HD. So I don't think it might not necessarily be a remake, but they've just like up-resed it or something. So
yeah, they did that with Wind Waker, didn't they? The HD version. So you might get a straight port.
Hey, I'll be happy with that.
But it's kind of like the Mario games. It's like, we're getting this new collection. I'm sure they're enhanced slightly, but compare when you're playing a PS5, for example, and then you go into the Switch and then you're playing this 90s or early noughties game that's been up-resed. It's like 3 generations behind. You look like you're playing like a PS3 game that then doesn't look like it's a do you know what I mean? It's like
This one come out in 2011, Skyward Sword. So 9 years old, nearly 10 years old. So,
What I would love is if they did like a remake, but they did it in like the Breath of the Wild art style, because they can clearly get it running that. Just make it that art style, because everybody likes that art style. It looks like it's modern, and just do that story. Obviously, they would take a lot more development time and stuff than just.
I have recently found the GameCube, all the wires and the controller. So if I want to play Wind Waker that bad, I can just play it on that. But
he says he found them. I was up in the fucking loft getting covered in dust and itchy fiberglass, passing them down to him. So, So I think I done most of the work. He just got the goodies for it.
What can I say? We have it. I could play it. So.
Is that when you found your Nintendo and your N64 as well?
Yeah, they didn't find. There was no N64. I used to have an N64, and it's
in the bin, mate.
It's gone. It must have been binned years ago. I'm disappointed.
I've still got mine.
Yeah, I don't know where mine went. Found a Master System joystick, but the Master System console wasn't there. So
it does make you think. What happens to all your old stuff? Because I have none of my stuff.
Exactly.
I just throw it away.
I know what happened to our old stuff. Our parents think, "What's this shit? Bin it." That's exactly that. Yeah. So pretty bad. But I have to pick one up second hand. I did find a GoldenEye 64 game, which I've never played. I didn't even know I owned, but it was there. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sweet.
I noticed that from the picture. I was thinking, I swear you said you had never played GoldenEye.
Yeah, I've never played it.
I played it.
You've lied.
Lied. Oh, here you go, Ash.
That was my game. He just, I was,
How did you never play GoldenEye?
Kept it quiet.
I just don't know. You know, and it was in the house. It was there to play. I just never played it. Just obviously been like, look at it. Too busy playing Star Wars Pod Racer or something. I don't know.
Also a good game. Also a good game.
Fair enough.
Right, so for that one, for Zelda, I put really looking forward to this. There you go, nice and simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming up next, we've got Apex Legends. I know none of us have played that. I'll tell you my thoughts straight away. I said I'm sure people will love it. I don't know if it needs to be on this console.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like you're porting it to like the worst place possible. Like, would you want to play like, I don't know, all these kinds.
I don't know many people who play competitive gaming on a Switch.
Yeah, it's like playing it on your iPad, isn't it, or your iPhone? Like, why would you? You just don't. Just leave it on the console and PC. Yeah.
Yep. So that's about it for the old Apex.
You got a 3-word summary for that one? I like them. They're good.
No, not for that one. That one I actually put some thought into that one. They get worse as we go on because I've got bored. We've got coming up Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Again, I never played that. I said I never played it, but I know it was a big hit when it went. I know you guys played it, didn't you?
We've all played it. Yeah, and I just think it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no one's playing it on the PlayStation anymore, are they? So it's just yeah.
It took too long to bring out season 2.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning, there, Blockbusters event packed with several exciting announcements. Quotation marks. So we'll probably keep coming back to that one. And up next we've got Stubbs the Zombie. The Rebel Without a Pulse. It's a game I did play. I did play that years ago, and it was quite good. I can't remember the story though. I think I got really confused.
But it was good back in 2005 when it came out. It is now like nearly 16 years old. Why is this coming to the Switch? Like, I know it's coming to PC and PS4 and Xbox as well, but why? Well, I just don't get. You know,
what's the game?
That franchise. They've got that Stubbs the Zombie, a Rebel without a pulse.
Oh, is that the one you took a picture of? That is
the one I actually found as well. I found the OG
on our
copy,
Instagram.
I follow Instagram to find all these games that I found. Yeah, in storage.
Well, never heard of it.
So that's that one. Next we've got Knockout City. I looked it up. I looked trailer. It didn't look. It's not for me. It's kind of like a Fortnite-y sort of thing. For that one, I just put nah shit. That's what I put next to that one. No shit. So, anybody got any thoughts on that one?
I don't remember it, to be honest.
Look, it's not great. Don't bother with it. We've got Samurai Warrior 5.
We've moved on. It was the dodgeball game, I think. It was the one,
It was indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the dodgeball one. I remember that. Yeah, that was...
Who wants to play that, eh? Nobody wants to play that in real life,
EA.
on a console.
I think it's an EA game. They'll probably charge full price for it as well, which is stupid.
Yeah, and then we've got Samurai Warrior 5. I've seen this cover art plenty of times, but again, it's another game I've picked up, and my summary of that was nah. So,
I've never heard of
that's a one-word one.
I've never heard of Samurai 1 to 4, so to know there's 5 in there is
it's surprising.
Yeah.
Is that the same as Dynasty Warriors? Is it the same people? The same?
It looks the same. I don't know if it is the same. I don't want to put it out there that I have any idea, but it looks that sort of way.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I just presumed it was, but it might not be.
Yeah, and I've got a little recap up here, and that isn't even on it, so I can't tell you either. So sorry about that.
Maybe I've gone to some secret website where I've got more information.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe I've gone to the wrong website. I don't know. But next game, Star Wars Hunters, and what I've put next to that is the only good game, but we only got 20-second trailer.
Yeah, what was the point? What was the point of this? Like, they showed a lightsaber, and that was it, really.
And I saw a Wookiee, and from that trailer, I'm already sick of it. I don't want to know because they didn't show me enough.
Yeah, that was ridiculous how short that trailer was. But
I've got a little write up here as well. I don't know if Ash got this, but I've got this. Star Wars Hunters is a competitive free-to-play online shooter from the makers of Farmville. So
shit.
Everyone's favourite was that?
Gonna change that. Gonna change that for all that writing up. I'm just gonna put that shit next to it.
Weren't Farmville a Facebook game? Like everyone was obsessed with back in like 2009 or something.
Yeah.
What was it, mate? Zynga.
Zynga, the studio's best known for developing games like Farmville and the Words with Friends. Oh, to be fair, Words with Friends was bloody brilliant. I love that.
That was a banger.
Yeah, but they make mobile games, right? So I think the expectation should be you're going to get like Star Wars Scrabble is on the Switch.
Yeah, it's saying it's going to be set between start episodes 6 and 7. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's free to play. It's free to play. If it ever comes out, then maybe just.
It's going to have the Mandalorian in it, clearly.
Yeah, exactly that, and that's probably why they're doing it. But pony, right? Next one is Monster Hunter, Apex Monsters, and Rampage mode. Again, I just put nah. Not bothered by that at all. I'm not into. We've discussed Monster Hunter on here before, and it's just not for me.
Yeah, we've tried, but it's not happening.
We tried. We really did. Two bigger swords. And we've got next one up is Mario Golf Super Rush. Rush. And then again, I'll put nah next to that one. Nah, it's not for me.
No,
it does look good. Like the thing with these kind of games, it looks good. Like I say with tennis, but I don't want to be dropping like £60.
Exactly that. That's the problem in it. The price of it is just astronomical, and
I just don't. And some people might call me tight. They might say, "Oh, you're a tight bastard. Why don't you fuck off and die?"
I don't know. Fucking mug. They might say that. They might say, "Fuck you, Brad. You fucking tit. Go kill yourself." They might do. I don't know.
And it's all true.
Yeah, I just don't want to spend 40 quid, 70 quid, 60, 70 quid in it. But which is a shame because otherwise I would pick it up. But,
I would as well if it was a little bit maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Will they have that sort of price tag? Like I know they used to, but will they still like these gimmicky games?
100%. It's Mario. They definitely will, and then you'll get people who buy it.
It'll be £60. Yeah.
Reese will be like, I'm not buying it, and then you'll be like,
just sit on the shelf in the background. Yeah.
If they have a really good career mode, then maybe. I just want to build my
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it has got a story mode.
The Tiger Woods games, I used to like doing that with career mode.
It has got a story mode, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how good it is. Little bit concerned there's no online mode, which means that it's not really like a full. Like, how's there no online? They never showed anything about online. It's like co-op. It's like how many people are getting together? Like I don't know. It's just strange.
It just doesn't fit in today's gaming world. It just doesn't seem. It just doesn't feel like it's got a place anymore. I don't know.
No, absolutely.
And that gets released on June the 25th for anyone who wants to know. A lot of these games, I think if there is a date, we'll say it, but a lot of the games just said summer.
I won't say the date because I didn't write them down.
Well, see, this is where Ash's news, this is where his coverage of this Nintendo is falling down. I think.
Well, Zelda, you're getting the games and you're getting my opinion on them. Most of it's now and shit. Okay, so.
What more can you want? But exactly. Zelda, going back to Zelda, have you got the date for that, Brad? Wow, let's go on to the next one.
Zelda is July the 16th.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. All right, so the next one we've got is Metopia, and my summary of that was Wee Peeps in it.
That looks really weird. Yeah,
it's just Wee people. It's like Sims, but shit.
You can have like, I heard another podcast and they were saying like, you can, your dad's a me and he's a bad guy and you can fight. It's just, it just doesn't sound appealing to me. So,
Once again, I don't remember this game.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember more than you, and I fell asleep watching it. So
not at this point, only the end. You only missed Splatoon and Zelda.
Yeah, it's what's the next one?
What's the next one? Exactly that. We're moving on. Legend of Mana. I had to look this up because I didn't know nothing about it, and I still don't. I just put old school. Looks nice. It did look nice. It looked like it reminded me of Braid. I don't know if anybody remembers Braid, the old puzzle game. That was quite looks like that. But again, no, I'm not going to waste my life playing that. I think I am.
Is that the one that was like 2D?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So it's kind of like a side scrollery kind of game, but like side scrollery, but
It's an RPG one. Was that?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Okay. Is it the same people that made Octopath?
No, I think that's Project Triangle. That's that one they've called Project Triangle, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're getting bloody confused now, aren't we?
Yep.
What's going on here? Right. Okay. We'll move on because we don't want to look silly. We've got Outer Wilds. This one looks pretty good. Space. I've written Space, looking pretty good. So
again,
that's pretty good for me.
It's one that's been out on the Xbox for about 2 years.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's free on the old Game Pass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just buy it on that, people. Don't bother buying it on this. Don't waste your money. That's what we're about. We're about giving people the right news, the right advice. What have we got here? What's this one?
Oh, sorry, Chris. Quickly, Metopia, May 2021. So
21, nice.
May 2021, yeah.
May 2021.
Outer Wilds, summer 2021. So no date for that one.
Okay, yeah. So this one is Famicom Detective Club. I've put a lot of talking, not for me. It was basically just talking. It was from the trailer what I saw, and it's.
Yeah, so it's I think you got to investigate murders. You're kind of like a detective or something.
Yeah,
there's 2 of them, I think. Yeah,
too much hard work.
Never been released. Never been released in the West before. I think they said so. That's
and a lot of those people look very aggressive. There was a lot of angry faces, and I don't need that in my life.
Games where you got to read loads or listen loads. No. Look, chuck it in little dribs and drabs, fine, but. I don't want that to be the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like playing Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Just make it optional, like a Skyrim or whatever, where you can read the books if you want to. But
exactly that.
If you don't want it, you don't have to.
An edition.
Yeah. They come out. They're coming out again. It just says 2021, so not sure when.
Okay.
And then we've got Neon White. I've put Fast Shooter. That did look quite good, but again, it's not my sort of game. It's like 100 miles per hour. You're jumping around buildings and that and shooting each other. If you're into that sort of thing, be right up your Strasser.
Yeah, but, I got a little write up for it because become an assassin of demons in heaven in this first-person card battler coming to Nintendo Switch. That's it. One thing: why demons in heaven?
Because they're not supposed to be there.
They're not supposed to be there.
They're demons. They don't give a shit. They don't play by the rules, bruh. They do what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's a backstory to why they're in heaven, or it's just accepted.
That is the backstory. I read it.
That is the backstory. Yeah.
You've got to drive them out.
That's exactly that.
That's the plot.
All right.
And then we've got No More Heroes 3. I watched the trailer and I still don't really understand it. That's what I've written for that one. That was a very confusing one. I don't know if you got any more information on that one, Brad, because I couldn't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I remember No More Heroes 1 coming out on the Wii years ago. And it kind of it always says here is August 21. No More Heroes 3 released on Nintendo Switch August 27th. A new trailer shows Travis Touchdown tearing through aliens with his beam katana and more. That's
nice. See, this is why I didn't get any more information on it.
Yeah, and so that's but 27th of August for that one.
I can't believe how little I can remember of all these games. Honestly, you're just saying words to me right now.
And then we've got DC Hero Girls Teen Power, and the write-up I've written for this one looks shit, and you'd probably get in a lot of trouble if you used to do this with just boys. That's what I've put for that one.
I think it's a cartoon that is based on a cartoon. Yeah, because I know it's based on a cartoon because I turned the TV on this morning. The cartoon was on.
You was watching it.
Oh, you've been watching it. So what's the cartoon like, Brad?
It was brilliant. I love it. Harley Quinn. Batwoman. Or supposed to be Batgirl. I don't know.
It's Batgirl. Yeah, it's part of it.
Tiny girl.
But no. Again,
they're all in school, right?
I don't know.
They're high school.
It just says players superheroes like Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and Batgirl when DC Superhero Girls Team Power arrives on Nintendo Switch on the 24th of June, 2021. So
I feel like it's a waste of the DC license.
To be fair, if they made one with like like a Titans one, and you played as Robin and I don't know Beast Boy and all that, I wouldn't play it because they're just the shit. I don't know.
It's just So I just don't want that.
We
just want the new Batman game. That's all we want.
Yeah, just want a Batman.
Give us what we want.
I need gritty. I need dark. I need dark Batman. I need
husky
voice Batman.
Yeah,
that's what I want. Yeah.
Coming up next, we've got Capcom Arcade Stadium. I've just put classic gaming. It's basically a collection of classic games. So that's pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, got that one. And then we've got Tales of Borderland. Good stuff. I'll get it when it comes cheap. That's what I've put.
Again, another game that's been out for years.
Yeah. You can pick up nice and cheap somewhere else. But it'd be quite cool to play it handheld. That's what they're going for in it.
Is that a Telltale game? Yeah. Okay.
I think it was one of the last ones they put out.
Really?
But they went
I
bust.
thought they collapsed. Did it not collapse?
They did collapse. They was making Wolf Among Us 2, weren't they? And then they collapsed. So I think that and Batman was maybe the last two.
Okay.
Or maybe there's Walking Dead one there. I don't know. But yeah.
Right. So this next one, I'm dyslexic, so right. So take it to a pinch of salt how I pronounce the name. It's like Pyro Amara, our Smash Bros. Almost newest DLC.
Okay,
I believe they're just new fighters.
People from Xenoblade. Characters from Xenoblade. Going to Nintendo, going to Smash Bros. Yeah.
Nice. If you're into that sort of thing.
More animes with big swords in Smash Bros. Just what it needed.
I've just put people love it. For that one because I know
absolutely
Smash Bros.
I like Smash Bros.
I'm not really into. I've only ever been into Tekken when it comes to those sort of games.
Smash Bros for me, I loved it, but didn't you feel like it just lost all of its magic when you didn't play it on a sofa with your mates anymore? Like,
I don't
think it transitioned online well. I really didn't.
No, it hasn't. To be fair, I haven't played it hardly at all on the Switch. The last memories I have on it is on the GameCube.
Yeah,
playing, is it Brawl? Was it Brawl?
Melee.
On
the GameCube.
Melee.
Me and Ash disagree. Like, yes, we were wrong. We're like,
oh no,
Brawl.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yes, definitely.
That's what he said. No, what he said.
Yes.
No. He's a yes man. But I have great memories of playing that with my brother mainly. Just us two playing against each other. It was brilliant.
As Ash said, me and him was more into the old Tekken 3 on the PS1. We was
we was sure of that.
We
were anyway. And we've got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass. It's good, I'm sure, but I'm not interested. That's what I've put.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think the game's done very well, has it? It didn't get reviewed very highly.
I didn't want to. I just couldn't be. I like if they'd brought out DLC and it was just like, this is you play as like Link and this is what happened. That'd be quite good. But it's like you have to play as all of them, and I just couldn't be.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it come out a bit too late. I hadn't picked up Zelda in ages when that come out, and I was like, that's going to take some real getting back into. I just couldn't be bothered with it.
Yeah, well, I think it's completely different because it's like a Dynasty Warriors. So
exactly.
It wouldn't play like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think they've got a thing where they've got to bring out a Zelda game one a year. Like they have to do that.
Okay.
Like they always bring out.
That's why they brought out fucking Tingle that time. What was that about?
Exactly. So you get one every year. So this year we've got Skyward Sword.
Cool. And then we've got Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. Again, this game I've never played. It's one of them fast hitting. Hit the enemy a billion times, like in a second, and then they die. Big monsters. But not for me. I know it's got a big old following. I've just put next to that one.
Yeah. In agreement there.
Yeah. We've got World Ends Club, and I've just put looks shit for that one. That's Ashy Boy's review. Next one's quite exciting though. Animal Crossing and Super Mario. I'm sure people will love it. I've put.
Yeah, so I think you can buy Mario.
Exactly. You can buy in the items and dress up your character and have all like the mushrooms and that in your land, and it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yep.
It's good crossover. And we've got Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville Complete Edition. Again, why are they doing with this? I can't be dealing with it. That's what I've put. I thought there was going to be more. I didn't put a full stop. I'll put a full stop there now. There we go. But yeah, Plants vs Zombies. Come on, if that you want to play that, just play it on your phone.
Easy. Absolutely,
play it on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got what's this? What is that? Saga Frontier Remastered. I've put No, I've put not for me. Looks old school final. Looks like an old school Final Fantasy.
All right.
Cool. I got there in the end. Yeah, it looks like an old school Final Fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, if you're into that and you want a little bit of a change, there you go. It looks quite good. It looks quite nice, but that's about it. Yep. And then we've got Beverly Default 2 final trailer, and I've just put big heads. A lot of that looked like some sort of weird lawyery game. So just big heads.
You get weird, Ash. I feel like you just.
I know. Listen, this was on the list. And then you had some what was just exclusive to Japan, which I didn't bother talking about because.
All right.
Thank God.
Yep. Crash.
And there's one more.
I got weird at the end.
Yeah, there is one more. Hades is coming to the Switch, and again, that was a lot of people's game of the year last year. So.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That one on this list.
That's actually coming out.
It's already on the Switch.
Hades on Switch. Oh, sorry, he's getting a physical edition now.
Yeah,
he's getting it on March the 19th. Yeah.
I was going to say it was only on that. I think it was just Switch and PC.
Thank God my journalism skills haven't gone to pot.
Yeah, and for anyone who's still listening, if we haven't just pissed everyone else off and they've left.
Yeah, especially if you're into Nintendo, because
if you're into Nintendo, sorry everyone.
They're already pissed off.
I've tried to, be informative. Monster Hunter Rise gets released on March the 26th. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've got some thoughts about this.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
It's good that they've got some ports coming over and some older games and that. It's great. Like a lot of it actually said, not for him, but if you like it, it's good. But I don't know, make the direct shorter and just have like the big reveals. Don't tell us that we're excited to tell you that we're bringing a 16-year-old Xbox game on. The Outer Worlds, that's coming. That's been out for a few years. Just kind of do the main bit and then have, I don't know, also this stuff. But we're not going to waste your time watching the direct because it's, I don't know. I
think if you're listening to this little sentence here, Brad, blockbuster event packed with several exciting announcements.
I forgot that. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So
I forgot that. Yeah.
You have to listen.
Yeah,
it's open.
Know. And like we was talking, Reece, like you said, this is like the first one in over a year, like big proper direct
since it was E3 2019.
Yeah,
so a year and a half.
Very lackluster. It was like
very.
Okay.
Especially when you consider, and that's why I think it's so pog. When you consider the IP that Nintendo has, like there's no Zelda, there's no Metroid, there's no Firefox, there's no new Mario, there's no new nothing. Like, where are their big games? All right, Splatoon, and we're getting a port of the old Zelda game.
Yeah.
Like, where is their games?
And
like,
when you consider the competition as well, like what's coming in with Xbox, what's coming with PlayStation, what they got?
I think it's funny though. Like that guy who's doing, I can't remember his name, and I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it correctly. He kind of come out and was like, "Oh, hey, you all looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2?" And well, guess what? We're not going to show you anything, so just don't worry about it.
Just remember it is coming.
Yeah, it's like why not even like we're further along, and like Reece said, there Metroid. I know they started it again, but that was a couple of years ago. They had to start it again. Nothing.
Yeah, and Bayonetta 3 was was supposed to be like a launch game. Where is that? It's mad.
Yeah,
and like we thought like the lull was going to be like the last 2 years because they haven't really released much. Like Animal Crossing last year was the only really big thing, and it's kind of like okay, this year is when they're going to start ramping up again, like they did at the beginning of the generation of the Switch.
And everyone was saying like,
where are the games?
A Switch Pro was heavily rumored.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just
Pokemon. Like, where's
Pokemon? Yeah, I'd love
a good
apparently, one. They were saying they was going to remake for the Switch, like what was it, Ruby and Sapphire, I think, because it's coming to their anniversary,
really good.
Which would be good. I'm a sucker. I'd buy it again.
100%.
They got so much IP. It's just that's why it's kind of. I would be so frustrated if I was a massive Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
If Sony were doing this, I would. Do you know what I mean? Like they would just give you ports of like PS2 games, and you're like, "Where's God of War? Where's Horizon? Where's my new Naughty Dog game?" I'd be like pulling my hair out. So you got to feel for them guys because they're.
Actually, no, sorry, it wasn't Ruby and Sapphire. That got a remake on the 3DS. I think it was Diamond and Pearl. So.
Like Mario Kart. Where's Mario Kart? They've just ported over the Wii U version and called it Deluxe.
To be fair, that was the first one I'd played, so I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. It's a great game,
it.
but it's still, you know what I mean? There hasn't been a new Mario Kart.
Yeah, I don't know. It's and it's only going to get. I don't. Yeah, unless they do another big, like at the end of March, when everything like it's kind of pointing that something was going to happen at the end of March because all these games are only available to the end of March. But yeah, I don't know. Unless they just drop it.
Hopefully they do one in the summer. Because I think E3 are trying to build like this new online kind of thing, which they're charging developers or publishers, to be a part of, which is kind of like they could do it themselves. Like don't charge them. Like why would you bother? Like, but hopefully there's like a cluster because I quite like the format of E3. Like you have that week of like conference, rather than it being split across the year, which is kind of good for us for our podcast. We've got something to talk about every now and again, but. I really like that week to look forward to, like the E3. Do you know what I mean? That blowout of like game, and it's like all announced ready for like fall and stuff and winter. So yeah, no. Hopefully there's quite a few conferences in the summer.
Yeah. Let's wait and see.
Yep. Brad, your news time.
Hey, can I make a suggestion that like I think I really strongly feel like going forward there should be a new segment where Ash does like a quick review every week. I just really enjoyed.
It will be super quick. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah. I up for it.
Absolutely.
All right. So yeah, good news for fellow Bungie fans, such as myself. So it was announced this week. Bungie posted a blog post and released a lot of information about expansions to the studio, which is a little bit, I guess, is quite surprising. But they're massively expanding. They're increasing their foothold by almost triple. Their studio in Seattle is doubling. They're opening another studio in Holland, I believe, for like a marketing division. So Destiny secretly on the slide, but obviously been doing very well. So there's sort of three main areas I said they're going to be expanding on, and that's Destiny itself. Their baby, that's all theirs. They bought it away from Activision. So that's really good because, you know, last year we got this 3-year plan of the 3 set expansions. And then all they said was, and then Destiny will reach a point. And that's where they left the dialogue. But it looks like, well, with this expansion, they're obviously going to go beyond that now. That seems pretty much cemented that they intend to expand this universe. And on that, they've said they're expanding the Destiny universe to new media. Not given any more detail on that yet, but it looks like there may be I guess it's, you know, quite trendy now, isn't it? But there's a lot of games are going into other media. We've obviously got The Last of Us to come, which has been done, and what are the other recent successful ones? Assassin's Creed. Well, that was.
Are you talking about films?
Yeah, like film, film, TV.
Not many that's been successful. I guess Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Few and stuff, and Monster Hunter. Did that ever come out? I know that was supposed to come out.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, there was a Monster Hunter movie that came out. Maybe got delayed because of COVID, but it was supposed to come out in December. Pretty sure.
It seems like a lot of games are going in that direction because especially with COVID, like where gaming has just become a lot more popular and there seems to be a lot more money in it. It just seems like the next step to do is to expand it beyond new media. So that's exciting. They've announced that Mark Noteworthy and Luke Smith, the current game director, they've been promoted to oversee Destiny expanding beyond just the game. So there's a lot of story there, as we know, a lot of lore. So it's really exciting to see where they take that. Hopefully an animated series. Me and Reese were talking about it separately in the week, and I think it would suit well with an animated series. But
yeah, absolutely, yeah. It would be so difficult to do live action because of the budget.
Yeah,
and I think it will probably be TV rather than movies, just because they hired a few new people, like a new finance director in there, and then they hired someone for like communication. I think her credentials was that she's worked at like NBC and there are quite a few television networks in America. So it clearly that they want to get into TV, and whether or not they can get a partnership with Amazon, Netflix, one of the big boys. And yeah, definitely animated is the way to go. Hopefully a little prequel.
That'd be nice. And then the third sort of sector is they've got a new IP that they've been working on. No information about this at all yet, but we know that they're working on a new IP, and we know that Bungie have been sort of split in half. Half the team are on Destiny, half the team are working on a new. I think the name Matter was patented a few years ago, and there was some adverts that were sort of scouted about like it's a light-hearted open world MMO style game. So it's a little bit less serious than Destiny from what we know so far, but it seems like they're doubling down on that, and they want to clearly continue with Destiny, but want to get this new IP off the ground by 2025, which is obviously, if it's to look that far into the future, it's obviously going to be a big game, not one of these quick gimmicky PvP style games. So yeah, I mean, yeah, huge news for Bungie. It's really good to see them expanding so massively, especially in a franchise that I'm very passionate about, and I'm sure Reese.
Oh yeah.
In case you didn't notice.
Yeah. Did you know?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you was into Destiny. I thought you were just maybe
been known to dabble.
Like it.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're going down the whole route that sort of Blizzard did, and just sort of going into that. They've got their baby, they've got their World of Warcraft. They're the most successful MMO in the market, and it's solid, it's strong, it's still, it's got, well, I think it's got like 1 million concurrent players at any one time, pretty much, and it's 4 years into the franchise, it's still holding its numbers strong. It makes sense that it's not dying. People joke on Twitter all the time. You see, anytime Bungie tweets, you see the first tweet on their dead game, and then you see 1,000 comments underneath saying it's not a dead game.
Brad's the first one.
That's Stu, yeah, it's just you, mate.
Up there.
Yeah. I love
Leave
it.
it alone.
So no, yeah. So yeah, big news from
it's
the
big
Bungie
news.
camp.
It's great news. Hopefully it doesn't affect the quality of Destiny. Obviously, we had a little discussion about it, and obviously it's very up in the air because obviously you don't know what the other developers are like. But obviously the directors being split, not just to the game where they've always been focused to one thing, and then when you get split, obviously if 50% of your concentration now on this, and will it decrease? But they've got such a big team, so many talented people. Sure, it won't, but there is obviously that possibility and that little fear that could Destiny, the game, suffer because they're looking at a new IP, looking at media? Are they stretching themselves so thin that the core thing is no longer the... Do you know what I mean? It's like... Quality and quantity is never sometimes possible, so we'll see.
I'm confident. I think where Luke Smith is going into this new role, I'm sure they'll replace him because they'll still need a game director. And it's probably good that they'll have a new game director because he's been in that position for a number of years now. I'm sure they'll promote someone else. Like you said, they've got many talented people, and they'll just have someone else dedicated to the future of Destiny. And I can't wait to hear what that, when they said it will reach a moment in 2 years' time now. Obviously 3 years when it was first announced. I think they've probably expanded so they can work on a new Destiny game potentially. Maybe Destiny 2 will see its end beyond Lightfall, which is the third expansion. But
when that comes out next year, right? Lightfall 2022.
Witch Queen, so next year, 2022. So
2023 is when we'll probably know a lot more. Into the next 3 years, wherever they do a little 3-year cycle. So cool. Excited. Let's see.
Nice. So the next and last news story is Xbox Series S. That little white console already running into potential trouble. It's been reported that the GPU that it's got, a little quiz for you. Any of you guys know what GPU stands for?
Game
Genius
processing unit.
Puck up.
Nearly graphics processing unit. There you go. You was completely wrong, Brad. You shit ass. Apparently they're worried that it's all right at the moment, but future games it might struggle with it. It might struggle with like the finer details such as ray tracing and stuff like that. It's not a massive surprise because when I looked it up, it's only running off of 4 teraflops. And we all love those teraflops, whereas the X is capable of 12. So they're saying it's not an issue yet, but they could run into it. It's just game developers are going to struggle to try and put it across 2 consoles, especially a console which is considerably less graphically powerful. It seemed like a good idea and it was successful, but like the sales of the S, but going forward it might cause more headache than they thought it is going to be. Also RAM, they're saying that's not an issue, but again it's not an issue yet. But they gave a little statement saying developers are not overly worried, but it's something to keep in mind. Well, I don't think it was a great idea in the long run doing it, releasing 2 consoles, one which is more powerful than the other.
It's a really peculiar decision, that, wasn't it?
And you think the Xbox One X, I think that had 12 as well. That had 12 teraflops as well.
Yeah,
so
the
it's a net. It was the S is a next gen, half a gen, I suppose. Yeah,
it's just such a
bit odd.
It was like you can play all the games which are new, and you shouldn't have a problem. But then it's going to be like, right, it is actually a problem because it's not as powerful, and you're like, oh shit, I've got this half console that I paid for.
Yeah,
but that's I guess that's your decision when you begun with. They probably should have mentioned further down the line they might have a little bit of trouble, but I don't know.
Yep. Well, Phil famously said there's no issues between
no issues.
Xbox One, Series S, X. They can all run the same game. There's no issues. There's no issues. I was thinking, how's there not issues?
How is is it not going to be issues down the line?
Come on. And he gave the example of PC, like they have to scale it for that, which I guess is a good example. But PC is a completely different platform to consoles. They get built. Well, this is why we're going to get so much better. My biased opinion, but we're going to get so much better games on PS5.
This is what happened with Cyberpunk because they had to try and downscale it, and then people expected the good game, the real game, and then when they played it, I was like, "What the fuck is this? What's this?" Yeah. And they're not going to show. They're not going to show that. They're not going to show loads of that footage because people will be like, "Oh, that doesn't look very good." But they're like, "Oh no, it is good as long as you've got the right console." And you're like, "Oh right, we'll just show it on that." And
developers aren't going to have the bandwidth to create two games, one brand new finished one with all these bonus features and ray tracing and all that. Half a game. It's just not going to. It's not feasible.
CDPR are a PC first developer as well, so they build for PC gaming. They're a PC developer. It wasn't until The Witcher 3 that they become a bit more of mainstream with consoles. They're just because I've never played any of the other Witcher games until The Witcher 3, and and obviously it's all about PC, and then they down-res it for the console versions, but obviously down-resing it all the way down to the bottom PS4, it was a little bit too much for them, clearly.
Yeah, couldn't hack it.
Couldn't handle it.
No, but then I was playing it on the PS5 and I still thought it was boring. So, yeah, there you go.
You played 2 minutes of it. Anyway.
Half a game.
Anyway, what's the next news? Do we have any more news?
Well, so that's it. So it's not important anymore. Fine, but I news. That's it. News is done. Sorry, Brad. Carry on, mate.
We were going to talk a little bit about the War Table.
Oh yes,
for Avengers. So a little bit of delegation here over to Reese. But in the week we had the next gen details and a bit of information. We had a trailer. Hawkeye being introduced into the game, which is great, and his little dog by the look of it. I watched the trailer. Reese had a look around. I don't play Avengers, so I don't really understand the context too much of what it's all about. I'm sure you'll be able to dive in a little bit more. Yeah, but it looks good. It looks like as a character, with his. I love bow play in games. Bloody love a bow. And the amount of different features.
That's a niche category, isn't it?
It is. It looks like there's a lot you can do with that character.
Yeah. What did you think as a person that likes? I don't know if you two guys watched it as well, but what do you think? You like looter games? Do you think it looks good or it looks fun, like the gameplay and stuff, or it just looks Destiny?
I like looter games, and so I probably would like it if they had more stuff to it. I'd happily pick it up, but I don't know. I'd have to see it first.
Yeah.
See, I'm surprised you two aren't more into it, because you're into the whole Marvel universe
that tells you something there, mate.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I guess it does.
I played the demo and I just thought this is boring. I'm not going to play the full game, and I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't really, because like we were saying. Reese was talking he said I think Kate Bishop was supposed to come out in December, which only come out a couple of months ago, and then
he came out in December. He came out in December.
Oh, he came out in December. It was supposed to come out. When was it supposed to come out? October.
A month. Yeah, after launch.
October, so it come out in December, and then you get another one deal DLC, and again it's another bow character, Hawkeye. Yeah, I don't know. It's
got a dog.
Yeah, I just thought the gameplay I played, and I know it was only a demo. It was just really boring. And then I watched some reviews, and it's literally just you got all these different characters, but you just go around shooting robots, and it's just going to get a bit tedious. I just didn't.
Yep.
It just worked for me. Yeah.
Yep. No, I can see the criticisms, but I think that criticism can be applied to every looter game. But yeah, I was a little bit underwhelmed by the war table. I wanted a lot more. Obviously, I said my fault or my expectations or what the game needs. I don't know if they need to change their plans completely to not give us any more new characters. We don't need any more new characters. There's loads of characters. We've got the entire Avengers. Now we've got Clint, and we've also got Kate.
But we know Spider-Man's coming though. Like,
but they need to just hold that. We don't need Spider-Man right now. What they need is content. And I was absolutely shocked that they're not giving us anything new. There's no raid. There's no endgame. There is no point leveling your character up to 150. There is nothing to do once there other than to repeat story missions. They need to give you content, something to loop, just to create that loop. I just don't. And I know obviously building characters is going to take a while because the balancing problem with looter games, obviously Bungie probably struggled with stasis. Adding a whole new ability and power into it has created a lot of problems, especially in Crucible and stuff. But yeah, I think they just need to halt maybe their plans of this year one, because they're calling it season 1, chapter 2. And I don't know after like season 2 starts, that's when we're going to get the content. And the original plans might have been fine. Like Brad said, they were supposed to release the game in September. Then Kate comes out in October. Clint comes out in November. If these were coming out month after month, you're like, oh, a new character, new story mission. And it was building up to like 3-4 months of that. And then 2021 was all about building out the content. But they're taking 3 months at a time to give us a new character with a new story mission. It's taking way too long. And I don't know how long Crystal Dynamics have to like turn this around. I don't know how long Square are thinking, and Marvel maybe even more so thinking, are we actually making money from this? Is this worth us? Like, should we just put them back on Tomb Raider because they can make a game? And I think they probably got to the end of this year. I think if he doesn't pick up by the end of 2021, give him a full year of like building it out, get rid of all the bugs, add some content, and see where the player base is. Because
so the introduction of a new character, then. Sorry, go on, I'll cut you off. Then sorry, what?
No, go for it. Go.
An introduction of a new character. What? It's just like they've got their own little story arc. So you do like a story mini campaign. I'm guessing because it's not going to be a massive campaign. A mini campaign. It's like what, one and done, like, and that's it. And then when you've done that with that new character, what do you expect us to do? Like build up, level up that new character?
Yeah,
like,
pretty much. Yeah.
That's not fun, is it? When you've done it with one character, like imagine in Destiny, you had to just do that with like they introduced a new class of character that you had to do everything all over again with. That'd be so unappealing. You just need you need to build around that. Like you got your character base, build around it.
Yeah, they're giving us a new location. Like, it's got the futurist stuff, and hopefully we're getting, like they mentioned, the Kree, like the Kree invasion, what you're supposed to be stopping in the story. And the story looks good. Like, it is, the stories that they tell are good if you're a Marvel fan. They're telling Marvel stories like from the comic books, and they've taken like from specific like arcs and things. And the storytelling is good. It's just not enough. And like you said, it's a little bit boring. Because I did the Kate story. And then I got to like level 10, maybe 15. And then her power was like 50. So I was like, should I do another 100 levels of her power? There's no need because there's nothing to do if I did. And I'm just repeating, doing stuff that I've already done for nothing at the end of it. And that's the problem. There's nothing to do. And strange. It's strange that Square either needs to like pull everybody off of other products and be like, help Crystal because they need to sort out this game. Or just pull the plug, maybe. I don't know.
So it's like you've got a sausage roll, and it's a big sausage roll, but there's no filling. It's just all pastry.
No.
There's
no sausage.
That's made me sad, Daz.
Yeah, and that is terrible. That is terrible. If I can,
it's good pastry though. The pastry is good, and that's why it's such a shame.
It is, but you need the sausage as well. You need the filling.
Sausage.
And if I can, I will always bring it back to a food analogy.
And I can understand that. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, we're getting a new boss though. I should mention that we're getting Maestro, Hulk's like alternative like villain version of himself. So we're finally getting a third villain because you've been repeating only 2, Taskmaster and Abomination. I think were the 2 villains in it so far.
I love Greg Davis.
He's an old character from the old comics, is he? This alternative Hulk one. He's like back from like that's pulled out from old comics, right?
Yeah, there was an arc. I think it was actually called Imperfect Future, which this is watch this like DLC season's called at the moment. Not season, chapter. They call them chapters. So yeah,
it's nice to do that for the old school fans. I guess it's nice to touch back onto old.
Yeah, no, it's good. There's a lot of positives there. That's why it's so frustrating that they just don't give us more, because there's some good things there. And the characters feel good, like you said. You saw Clint, and I'm sure when you play him, you'll be like, "Wow, this is quite fun to play." He has all these little arrows that track and go around.
Yeah, that looked good. It looks really fun gameplay. Like his arrow stuff. Like some of them were mental.
Absolutely, and obviously you should mention that it's going to come out on March the 18th with the PS5 and Xbox Series X upgrade, 4K 60, faster load times, etc. What you can expect. I did see at the beginning, because they had another developer called Nex, I think you're saying it was like 2 X's. And I was thinking, oh, wow, they're finally getting some backup. But I looked them up and they do ports for Square. So I imagine they're the ones that are doing the next gen upgrade. And then I thought they've finally got another studio to help them out, but maybe not. But yeah, cool.
That's it,
cool.
yeah.
Sweet. Anyway, next segment. This day, no, it's not this day in gaming. What happened to that? Is that ever coming back, Brad?
Dead. It's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Don't talk to me about it.
All right, Jesus.
All right, it's gone. It's gone. It's never coming back. Actually, the next thing is this week in gaming, where we tell you what games are coming out this week. Some of the games in the past that I've just said February 21 must have actually got release dates, because there's a lot more. Like I think last week we had one, and now there's more than one. But I'm not going to go back and tell you what they were, because I'm just going to move ahead. So the first one up, which comes out on the 22nd, is called Drowning. It's a Switch, and it's an adventure visual novel. That's February 22nd.
You say drowning?
Drowning, yeah. Drowning. Yeah.
It's a bit dark. Sounds like an Ash game.
Yeah, I'd pronounce it drowning, but apparently that's wrong. So,
I say drowning, but apparently that's wrong.
We say the CD brothers. We call it we pronounce it drowning.
We were brought up wrong.
What?
Drowning. Yeah, put up D at the end of it. Drowning.
Yeah, drowning.
What?
Drowning. Yeah. And then like if someone's dead,
my mind.
If someone's dead, if someone is like like if they've died underwater, you'd be like, he's drowned.
He's bloody drowned.
He's drowned.
Yeah. Oh, I say drowned still.
Oh, he says drowned. Yeah, I know, but education.
I feel like we're going to be here too long.
On this note, I'm afraid I'm going to have to shoot. I'm going to have to love and leave you guys because I've got a doctor's appointment. So otherwise I might be drowning in my own health. So, but yeah, it's been a lovely experience, and I hope everybody's watching this is thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah,
I know we're going to lose all our viewers and listeners now, because I know Ashley's leaving.
Exactly.
What about his comprehensive reviews?
Exactly. No shit. Big heads. Right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
It's all right.
And then there was 3. Okay. Now Ashley's gone. We can slag him off. What a prick.
Loser.
Yeah. So the next one is Horned Knight. It's a PS4 action platformer, and that comes out on February the 23rd. Then we've got Rogue Heroes, Ruins of Tassos, which is PC and Switch, and it's an action RPG roguelike. 23rd of February.
It sounds like a Switch game.
We've got Shadows of Adam. It's a PS4 RPG. That's 23rd of Feb as well.
Okay.
Persona 5 Strikers. That's PC, PS4, and Switch, and it just says action. Again, that is February 23rd. A lot of these are February 23rd, if I'm honest. So Taxi Chaos is in Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and it's a racing. It kind of looks like Crazy Taxi.
I was about to say, is that Crazy Taxi?
I think it's Crazy.
Did Sega made that?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Go on, why you keep going? I'll have a look.
Okay, yeah, you have a look.
What's it called again? Sorry?
Taxi Chaos.
Taxi Chaos.
Next one is Heavy Metal Machines, PS4 and Xbox One, action MOBA. February 23rd. Killer Queen Black, Xbox One, that's an action platformer, again on the 23rd. Pumpkin Jack, another action platformer for the PS4. February the 24th, that one. Ghost and Goblins Resurrection for the Switch, which is an action platformer, February the 25th. Dotori, a Switch, which is a puzzle platformer game, is February the 25th. We've got Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, which is Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC as a shooter.
Wow.
There's a lot of games coming out at the end of February. I won't lie to Forward to the Sky, Switch, Action Adventure, February 25th. Retro Mania Wrestling, that coming to the Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And funnily enough, that's a wrestling game. February 26th. I don't know why, like I'm missing them out, but Horn Knight is on this list about 4 times. So
Is it on different platforms?
Yeah, it's the no, all PS4. So I don't know why it keeps being there.
Okay.
Bravely Default 2. It's a Switch, comes out as an RPG, comes out on February 26th. Shores Unknown is another Switch and PC game. It's an RPG. Okay. Now we're in the February 2021 stage. So yeah, the rest of them haven't actually got a date.
Okay.
So yeah.
That game, Taxi Chaos, is not made by Sega.
Oh, okay.
I feel like if it was,
6.
they would have just held on to the Crazy Taxi brand anyway.
Yeah, true. That's a good point, Brad. You could have told me that before.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what's going to be the game of the week this week?
Taxi Chaos, because I can't remember the rest.
Taxi Chaos, yeah. Taxi Chaos. Okay.
Adam's Shadow sounds mental.
Yeah. Shadows of Adam.
Shadows. That sounds a bit freaky, doesn't it?
Horned Knight is just on here so many times, so that could have been a contender.
Let's get a review of Ash.
Yeah, we'll have to get a review of him.
We'll have to tell him when he gets back from the doctors for his knob rot.
Jesus. So the summary of Horned Knight though is Horned Knight is an action platformer where the player controls a brave knight that awakes inside a dungeon. So that don't really tell you a lot, but yeah. Okay, cool. Game of the week, Taxi Chaos. Okay,
Taxi Chaos. Yep. Cool.
Taxi Chaos, sweet.
Well, this is the end of this week's gaming portion.
Are we not gonna? We're gonna play what we've been playing. I was gonna do a little quick review. I was gonna do a little quick review of Concrete Genie.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Go for it. Yep. So basically, what have we been playing?
I had been playing Concrete Genie. I thought I'd give it a go. It was on February's PlayStation Plus lineup. So
you know why Reese skips this segment? Because he hasn't been playing all week, has he?
True. I was thinking no one's played anything. I haven't played anything all week, so yeah.
So I'll give that a go, and it's actually really good. It's enjoyable. It's different. Like the gameplay mechanics are different. Kind of like you're a kid, you're well into art, and there's these bullies. And you have to avoid them, and you kind of go to this lighthouse. It's supposed to be haunted, and there's a a spirit or something. And then she like kind of teaches you how to draw these genies on the walls. And then there's 3 types of genies. You've got a wind one, electric, and fire. And then they help you get past obstacles. Like you have to have sometimes you have to have 2 to help push something. And
you get abilities, like you get the fire ability.
Only through the genies. So you have to have them. So if there's like a junction box, you need to find somewhere where you can draw a electric genie and bring it to life for it to charge that up and help you progress. I never played a game with like mechanics like it, so they can follow you around, but they can only follow you to where walls are joined, because they can only travel through the walls, like on the walls. Storyline, as I say, there's about friendship and bullies, the
opposite of bully, the game.
How do you think it will it will play in VR? Because it is fully VR, isn't it?
It's got there's 3 VR trophies. Obviously I didn't get them because I don't have a VR. I think
separate from the platinum. Separate from the platinum.
No, it's not part of the platinum. They're separate.
Oh, that's a shame. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, because I did platinum this game. I did do that. But yeah, there's no combat, and then at the end there's a little bit of little combat because you have to fight a couple of bosses. But yeah, it's just puzzle solving. It looks good. It looks really good. Like the way you do all these paintings and you unlock more landscapes you can paint, and it's a good game, and it's on PlayStation Plus. So yeah, it'd be good to know how the VR works out, because I didn't get to experience that. But add it to your library, and if you. It's not long. It's about, I don't know, maybe 12 hours you can do it. So, yeah. It's
in my library. So, yeah, I might give it a go if it's a quick plat. I'm only 1 trophy away from getting the Control Platinum as well. So, yeah. But just update everybody, because obviously everybody wants to know my trophy updates.
No one cares. No, I don't think anyone cares.
I care. So, yeah. Brad, what have you been playing this week?
Well, nice little transition. I started playing Control, actually.
Ooh, okay.
I started playing it this morning.
Tell me your thoughts.
really enjoying it. I like it. It's quite quick. It's quite nifty. I'm loving. It's the first time I've really fired a gun properly with the haptic feedback. Yeah, so that's great. That's brilliant. So far so good. It seems mysterious. I like. It's good. It looks like it's gonna have a really good story to it. I like the mechanics. It plays well. Yeah, I just think it seems great so far.
It's not a game. Yeah, it gets good, especially when you unlock our abilities and stuff. It's fun to play, and the story is really good. I think I'm gonna
download that today as well. Maybe start playing that. Yeah.
There is something else I've been playing this week.
Oh, is it Avengers?
No, not that part of shit. Destiny is popping. Really, really good week. We had a mission, a secret mission. I love it when they stick in these secret missions out of nowhere.
Yep.
We jumped into the Nightfall. There was a door open through the Nightfall mission that normally isn't open. People went in like, hang on, what's going on in here? Yellow bar boss, big tanky fella. You kill him. He drops a little notepad on the floor, pick it up, take it to Zavala in the tower, and he sends you off to a secret ship. And there's just this huge standalone mission. It's like Destiny has turned into like a horror game. It's just a horror mission on a ship, completely standalone, and it's brilliant. It's one of the best pieces of content that we've had in ages, and it's just out of nowhere, just completely like bang out of nowhere. Really
cool.
Good loot. Really good loot at the end. You get a rifle that's like a bit cowboy and western rifle, but
I see it.
Really good exotic. Actually, it's brilliant, and it always makes it when there's a good reward at the end. It always makes it worth it. And they put the replayability in there as well because it can drop with random rolls, so you can get a better version of it. The Catalyst is going to come out in a future week. I think next week the Catalyst comes out, which also adds additional stats to the weapon to make it more powerful. There's ships and exotic ghost shells, ships and cosmetics all tied to it. So they're really going to milk it, which so they should, because it's a brilliant fun mission to play. You haven't jumped in yet, Reese, have you? Because you've been off this week. It must have been killing you.
Yes. Real FOMO. I've had real FOMO all week. I can't wait to play. Can't wait to do this mission. I can't wait to catch up. What power level are you? Light level?
Just below 1300. So 1296, I think.
Okay. You're not that far ahead of me.
I was behind you I pretty much had a week off before you. So we've kind of probably just
switched,
evened up.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Really good.
Cool. Can't wait to jump back in. Anyway, is this now the end of the gaming portion?
This is now. Yeah, this is the end of the normal part of the podcast. Now we're going to talk about Wandavision, episode 7. So if you haven't seen it or you don't watch it, and if you're jumping out here, thanks for listening. Like Reece said at the top of the show, we have new episodes every Monday. If you follow us and like us on our social medias, it'd be good. We're growing on Instagram, which is I like that. It's nice to see.
I like that as well.
Stuff on there.
Good.
Instagram is it's PTPlayerspod is Instagram, and that is also our Twitter as well, at PTPlayerspod. Facebook is Part-Time Players Podcast, and if you ever want to get in touch via an old school email, it's the ptplayerspod@gmail.com. You can watch this on YouTube as well. We post the video and clips as well every week during the week. Was it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? The clips go up, and the podcast goes up on a Monday.
Yep, we try and do as many clips as we can, but sometimes there's not a lot of clips.
There's not a lot if we didn't talk about. So if you like that, if you watch on YouTube, please subscribe and like and comment. It helps grow the channel, and like I say, on our social medias as well. And what really helps is reviews. So if you do like the podcast and you want to get help us out, because I think we're giving good content here, and we're
value for money, because this is free.
Exactly, it's free,
a lot of value here.
Yeah, so if you just give us a nice little 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, you can do it in the app if you're listening through the app. And just say get in touch if you want. Feedbacks, topic suggestion, and anything you like. You just want
talking about clips. Obviously we're going to go into it now, but I Wandavision or whatever TV show where we're going to talk about, we'll always clip them up, so they'll always be clipped.
Yeah, they're always on YouTube. So
Tuesday, they pop on Tuesday. So
on Tuesday. So if you just get in touch and give us. We just love human interaction.
Not too much.
That's we live for it. We just
we're all lonely in lockdown. So
we're lonely. Yeah, we're all lonely. We ain't got no real friends. So even if it's comments just like, "Oh, you shit, mate," or something, I'd be like, "Hey, At least this interaction, we can build on it. So,
Constructive, yeah, love it.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be Ash.
Yeah.
It'll be on the comments. You're all shit, mate.
Yeah.
That's Brad.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for listening. And now, it's Wandavision, episode 7.
Can I just give a very quick caveat here because I'm making good headway through the Marvel universe. And this episode was a little bit Marvel spoilerish because there was a scene. I don't want to jump ahead. I know we're going to do it, but can you try and? I am watching them all, and I'm on phase 2, halfway through. Can you try and not spoil anything? Because I feel like this episode does go into spoiler territory of the Marvel universe.
I've got bullet points here, but I don't think there is.
Is the spoiler Jarvis?
A little bit. It kind of Vision was in the car, and pretty much he was told his backstory, and I was like, "No, stop!"
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, spoiler warning, by the way. I don't know if we.
If you are carrying on listening, I think we did say this. We're gonna spoil it, but
yeah, cool.
Yeah, so it starts with Wanda waking up after expanding the energy field. She then does an office/Modern Family type interview, which it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit odd. And it also has, I don't watch the American Office, but it has like the intro. I think is American Office-ish, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is with her name being written on different things. And the theme tune as well was very similar. So
okay. So she wakes up, she's still wearing the outfit she was wearing for Halloween. Her powers seem to be glitching. The milk carton changes from a bottle into a carton, and there's a missing child poster on the side, and did try and look what it was, but you can't. It's too blurry. You can't see if it's anyone in particular.
Yep.
Agnes then comes over. She takes the twins, so Wanda can be on her own. And then Wanda also makes a comment of, if your dad's not here, if you don't want to be with us, then what could she do about it? So she seems to kind of be a little bit,
a little bit of a breakdown.
Yeah. Then you see Agent Will and Monica. They find out that Hayward wants to reactivate Vision, and that's why he was tracking him. And then they meet up with her contact, and it's Major Goodner. So it wasn't Reed Richards. Everyone kind of thought it's going to be the aerospace engineer to be Reed Richards, and it wasn't. It was just some officer, and she's got like some truck that's got all the shielding necessary to travel into the Hex.
Yeah, space. Is it a space vehicle, whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So then the Vision wakes up in the middle of the circus, which is actually all the agents that got sucked in last week.
Sure.
And they were like, you're the clown, all that. He finds Darcy, and she's supposed to be like an escape artist. I suppose because she was chained to the car, that's why she got chains around her. No, she was chained up. And then he like touches her head and wakes her up basically. And then they leave. They like steal a van. She knocks someone out. Then we've got Monica tries to drive into the Hex but can't, and the truck is kind of like half of it's turned into like there's a van. So she gets out. She just gets out, and then she's like, I can get in, and she runs into the field. Then as she's running through, she kind of like splits, like you see a split, and then I think you hear Nick Fury talking to her before her mum and Captain Marvel. Like you'll hear all them
dialogues from the Captain Marvel movie.
From the film, and then when she gets through the other side, she can see the Hex, how it like where like all this different energy, and her eyes are glowing blue. So she's obviously just got powers now. She's a superhero. Photon, yeah. Then it goes to she just like running into town trying to find Wanda because she wants to warn her about. I think she wants to warn her about Vision, like Hayward's trying to reactivate him. Darcy tells Vision about everything, like backstory, and then they keep getting stuck in the road by different crazy scenarios.
Yep.
Monica tries to talk to Wanda, but she throws her out the house. Monica's powers kicks in, and then Wanda looks a little bit taken aback, like what's happened here?
Sure.
And then Monica's starting to get through to her when Agnes comes out and takes her to her house. So it looks like Wanda is starting to be like, oh, okay, she's making a point, and then Agnes kind of fucks it up. Vision seems to have a realization, so he's being interviewed. He's doing like an office style interview. And did make me laugh when he scratches the side of his face. It's metal because obviously he's got like he's made out of vibranium, and so that was a good touch. And then when he's in the truck, he just kind of realizes that he needs to leave, and he just flies off through the roof. Yeah. And Darcy's like, I'll meet you there. While Wanda is in Agnes' house. She kind of gets the feeling. It looks like she gets the feeling like something's not quite right. The plates that the twins was eating off are there, but they're not around. She sees a bug. I think I saw on another website is a echidna, something that we don't have in the UK. Something that's in The Walking Dead and they make a load of noise. I think it's one of them. I don't know. And she's like, "Oh, where are the twins?" And she said they're most likely in the basement. She goes down there and there's some sort of medieval castle dungeon in there. There's a magic book, which I think is called the Darkhold. And then Agnes comes down and says that she's not the only one with magic powers and declares herself Agatha Harkness. Everyone, I think it was like the biggest reveal everyone kind of knew. Everyone was like saying like, that's what she
even
is.
Brad worked out. He hasn't seen it.
Yeah. And she gets her own intro. And this guy, Agnes, Agatha, was behind it all. So you see in each episode her manipulating things. It looks like she was the one who sent Quicksilver there, like Pietro.
Yep, she did.
And then that's it. She kind of takes control of Wanda, and then that's how the episode ends. There is a post-credit scene. It's Monica looking down the basement at Agnes's house, and she sees the vines, all the purple vines in there, and then Quicksilver catches her. He's like, "Sneaker's gonna sneak" or something, he says. But he's just dressed in like normal clothes. So is he in with it? Is he Agnes's husband? Because she kept saying like she's got a husband, you never seen him. And is he real? Did she bring in him from somewhere? Apparently.
So is he the bunny?
The bunny, I looked into the bunny. The bunny might be her brother, but in the comics is her brother. Mr. Splash is the same, but I don't know if they're going to do that in the series.
Yeah. I could see him being the bunny, to be fair.
Yeah, they're posing that they bugs in the house could point towards Mephisto again. Like Agatha Harkness might not be working on her own, but one interesting thing I did see was the Darkhold book. He apparently is a nexus to other worlds, so she could have pulled him from another universe. But I don't know if you guys got any theories. It's 2 episodes left. How are they gonna?
I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest.
Tie it up.
It's difficult to say theories because I feel like everything we've said has been wrong. So I'm a little bit.
Apart from Agatha.
Yeah, you said it right at the beginning. That it's probably her, and I was kind of like, I suppose she could be involved, but I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end. I'm kind of intrigued. These last 2 episodes, what's going to happen? Obviously, we've heard rumors about cameos that we're going to get, like this big reveal. More like X-Men characters apparently coming into it potentially, or like we said, I think you said it before, Doctor Strange kind of makes sense, and he kind of makes even more sense now because of the magic.
Well, I've actually got a quote. Like Paul Bettany, who plays Vision, done an interview with GQ, and he said the cameo that he was talking about hasn't happened yet. It's not. He said it's not Benedict Cumberbatch, so I think it's going to be Doctor Strange. But he said it's someone he's wanted to work with all his life, so it must be someone big, like a big name. I'd imagine if he's wanted to, always wanted to work with him. Okay,
well that means it's someone not from the MCU, which means it's probably the rumors that I've heard about the
Ian McKellen or Fassbender or
a Magneto. It's been the rumors. There've been like leaked pictures of Magneto walking through the town with his helmet and stuff. Because obviously in the comic books he is Wanda's dad, but obviously nothing to do with the MCU. So I don't know how they would link the two of them, but that would be insane. That would be insane if they did that.
It must have something to do with the book as well, because they did focus on it. Like that was a significant thing, and as I say, it's supposed to be able to control that, be a nexus to other worlds. And the advert in this week's episode was Nexus. Like depression.
Yeah, that was a brilliant advert.
This might cause so and so and more depression. So that's big. And then there's theories like Agatha could have stole the book during Endgame while Doctor Strange was gone, and it's I know I've listened to another podcast and they said about it could be Dormammu might have something to do with it. The guy from the end of Doctor Strange, who was like his mate, and then he kind of went against him. So it's crazy. Like, who are the twins? Are they real? Well, because how can they be really? She weren't pregnant, then she was pregnant, then they was there, and then they're like 10.
They're probably not. I don't know how they would turn them into being real. No, there would have to be some reason to bring them in, which I could see them being real because it makes sense to the MCU, but I can also see them not. It's it's I don't know. It's a hard one to call. It could go so many directions. All I hope is that they pull it off and they end it really, really good, because there's nothing worse than it ending just like they've been so good so far, so there's no reason to doubt them now. But,
and another thing I realized as well, like when Vision and Darcy was trying to get to the house and they had the roadworks and then the school kids, you kind of thought it was Wanda stopping him from getting to her, but in hindsight, it was probably Agatha doing that.
It was Agatha,
to stop him from being there. So that'd be interesting. Vision getting back there when we see next week, if he's to see what's going on. But then if she's the one who's kind of brought him back, then she could probably just limit him and stop him.
Is that the whole thing? That's what they're after? Everybody's after the Vision to turn him into their weapon almost.
That's definitely what Hayward wants him for.
Yeah,
by the looks of it. It's just there's more questions now. There are then, and hopefully, like you say, they're ready to wrap them up in a satisfying way. So,
hopefully. I think was it you, Brad, that said there's the episode's going to be like an hour long? Did you hear that?
I'm sure I read somewhere the last few episodes are an hour. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So well, if that's the case, we've got 2 hours left, which is plenty of time to wrap this up, because I don't know how they can do this in half an hour episodes.
No.
It's way too much to happen. So 2 hours.
And I think they said in this episode as well, like the transmission stopped. Like they're not transmitting anymore. Like the TV show isn't there. So
I think they did say that. Yeah, it's stopped now. Yeah.
And
cool. We're up to present day, so there's no Modern Family and stuff. I did like it how they break the fourth wall. Well, every week has been good with the sitcom stuff. They've done it so well, and obviously, I guess we can judge it a little bit more because obviously, Modern Family, and Malcolm in the Middle, which was the week before, obviously the previous one, like the 80s, 70s, 60s. We never seen them. Well, I haven't anyway, so I couldn't reference whether or not they were good or accurate or how well they kind of portrayed it. But the 90s and the noughties, or whatever you want to call it, brilliant.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So another good episode, and looking forward to seeing the cameo as well. Like everyone kind of thought, maybe the cameo was Evan Peters, but it's not. According to Paul Bettany, unless he's a liar. Unless he's lying.
Possibly. Brad, what's your thoughts on the episode?
I think, see, for me, it was the first episode where I didn't feel like every episode has got progressively better. And this was the first episode where it didn't for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than the first two episodes, but
I know what you mean.
It felt like a little bit of a step backwards for me in terms of like being really gripped. But that's also because I didn't really understand much as well. I think it's getting quite where it's sort of starting to find its ending. It's starting to get into realms that I don't really understand fully. To be honest, I'm gonna have to fucking really power through these films. I'm thinking of putting it on pause, because like these last two episodes are probably going to be so epic. And it'd be really good to enjoy them knowing what the fuck's going on. So I might see how I get on over the next week and watch as many movies as I can, see how far I get. But
you only really need to read 3, 4 for the TV show to get it. But I know you want to. I know you're doing it from you've gone from phase 1 to phase 2 and stuff. But you're doing it probably the best way. But just to get the content.
I know what you mean. I said that to Reese as well. Like, the last few have been like, that was good. Oh, that was better. And then this one was kind of not bad, but maybe a sidestep. It's like, just a little.
So it felt like
to the side. And then maybe, next two are going to be bigger again. So,
hopefully the last two should be. I imagine definitely the last one will be. Especially we haven't got this big cameo that's coming. If that happens, then I'm sure that it'll go back up again. But cool. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks for listening. That was our little spoiler review of episode 7 of the Wandavision.
Yes.
So obviously we will review episode 8 next week. Until next time, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you. Bye.